Hello, everybody. Ken Ernie with Jim McGannon, and we're talking about quotes from Coach John Wooden. So here's one. You can't let praise or criticism get to you. It's a weakness to get caught up in either one. Jim, start us off.
Well, that quote, when I first read it, it was in the book, John Wooden's famous, iconic book, They Call Me Coach. UCLA won 10 NCAA championships. That's remarkable, but they won 7 in a row. I mean, it's unheard of. So you can imagine the basketball fans and the country generally were sick of UCLA winning after 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. When is this dynasty going to stop? So each year at the beginning of the season, the press, the media would either say, well, coach, you've got all these great players from last year, you're going to win it again. Or if they had graduated a couple of All-Americans like Lou Alcindor, who became Abdul-Jabbar, or Bill Walton or Jamal Wicks, if they had graduated these players, they might say, well, coach, you're going to be struggling this year. We don't even know who these kids are on your team. Wooden would use that. And he'd go into the locker room at the beginning of the season. He'd say, listen, boys, they say you're going to be great this year. Don't listen to them. Or listen, boys, we lost those players. They say you're going to suck this year. Don't listen to them. All right, we're going to do our very best and see what happens. And that's how the phrase came about, not letting praise or criticism get to you. Just a wonderful approach.
Two of my roles in sports, one was coaching and one is administration. And so this applies to so many things in both. As a coach, like any coach, you receive criticism. And sometimes it's in the form of an email or just a direct comment. Usually comes after a game that everybody struggled in. But I remember early on, and probably thanks to reading this book years earlier, that the fact is you can't let it get to your head if you're going to be a successful coach. And yet no one likes it. No one likes criticism. No one likes to just have a barrage of experts coming after you. And fortunately, it didn't happen all that much, but it did. So it was helpful to get through those times and say, don't let it get to your head. Fast forward to an administrator. How many times have I spoken with coaches to say, Coach, you can't let this get to your head. It's okay. You're doing the right thing. And that was huge. Now, if you're not doing the right thing, that's a whole other story. But that lesson, you cannot let it get to you, is extremely important. A coach to player, an administrator to a coach. There is a special teaching tool there when bad things happen, and criticism can be considered that, and you just can't let it get to your head. That happens too when good things happen.
As a player, and some of the players in the gym and the parents have heard me say this, I'm 6'9". I can't dunk the ball. I wasn't able to dunk the ball until I was like 21 years of age. I can't jump, and I'm not very fast. And, there are liabilities. So my opponents, even my teammates, would give me a lot of crap about that. They'd try to get under my skin, right? And so my coach, who was Bob Sylvester, who's in the Hall of Fame in New England, I'm blessed with these coaches, he'd come up to me and he'd say, why would you let something that you can't do bother you? Do something else. I mean, don't let the criticism get to you, right? Basically, that's what he's saying. So the tools, like Ken just mentioned, these tools, they're just numerous coming from Coach Wooden.
I got to tell you, too, there's another end to that, and that's don't let praise get to you, because it can be a negative thing, too, you can get caught up in. So fast forward to the end of a career. I've been blessed to be put into Hall of Fame for soccer coaches, and then the field naming that took place. To be honest with you, that's one of the very first things I thought of is don't let this get to your head, because if it does, it's not a good thing. So that goes both ways, and I'm thankful for such a principle that's a life principle. Yes, life is a struggle. Don't let the bad things or the good things get to your head, because they could be bad for you. The message that Coach Wooden gives us in this quote, it just perseveres through time and experiences, and it's been true with me.
Well, that's another podcast on a quote from Coach Wooden. Stay tuned for the next entry, and we hope that you're enjoying this as much as we are talking about it. Thank you.